My dear chartered accountant, today's class is only for the chapter number 4 amendments people. So chapter number 4, we are going to cover the amendments today. So whatever the amendments are there in chapter number 4, we are going to cover that in today's class chartered. Okay. So all those whose chapter number 4 it's done or pending people, all of you need to sit because anyways it's an amendment and which is going to be asked in the examinations to people. So you can stay with us and we will start learning. Okay, chartered? Yes, sir. Now, people, in chapter number 4, if you do remember, then we had studied something called as e-commerce, m-commerce, and emerging technologies. Correct, chartered? Yes, sir. Now, in this people, whatever the questions I'm going to cover in chapter number 4, they are already there in your textbook because when we had gave the book to you people, at that time, these things were already incorporated in your textbook. So don't worry about it. If anything it's there, I'll send it this PDF in people message form also to all of you. So everyone will be able to download the same. So first of all, be relaxed completely. Now, the very important one, people, it's about the people first one, that is, sir, e-commerce business. We know people that e-commerce business, it's completely operated electronically. Yes, yeah, no, chartered? Yes, sir. And most importantly, people, we are going to discuss something about the limitations of e-business. That if anybody wants to do the business over the internet, then obviously what are the limitations are there. Now, my dear chartered accountant, these limitations are exactly the same chartered that of when we are using the internet also, people. So kindly you can understand the one thing that, sir, both the things, whether we are talking about the limitations of internet or whether I'm talking about the limitations of what, chartered, sir, this one, e-commerce, they are more or less similar. The first and foremost thing, people, you want to take an example, then obviously the first limitation do we really face in the e-commerce business is what, sir? Internet connectivity. In many remote locations, chartered, you can see that still internet connectivity is not properly present, people. Might be if you are in Chennai or if you are in Bangalore city or if you are in Coimbatore city or if you are people from Hyderabad, then you will find it out in the Hyderabad and this metro cities, you will still find it out ki, yes, there is a good connectivity of Ola, Uber exist over there. But if you just move to the remote location of hardly 30-35 kilometers away from the city area, then definitely they will say that you need to book outstation cab. That means what, sir? They are not providing the services in that area because the internet connectivity issue, traffic issue, many existing issues are there. But one amongst them, which is very important, it's what, sir? Internet connection. Might be people, suppose you are staying at least 20-25 kilometers away from the city area, then obviously if you want to ask any product to be ordered from the Amazon or Flipkart, they will say that we will deliver in this city, we do not able to deliver to you. And in that connection, what do you require to do, sir? We require to do only one thing, that we will ask our uncle or auntie whose office or my father's office exists in the city area. So I ask them to deliver there and then I'll take the delivery. So first and foremost problem, people, do we really face in the e-commerce business is what, sir? Internet connectivity. Second, people, is the high startup cost. Try to understand, chartered. If I want to start a business offline, that is in traditional market, I required only one proper premises, market area premises. That would be the only my prominent cost. Okay. Second, people, obviously I can appoint even 10th pass, 12th pass student also. If they are not that much educated, it's okay because I want to do some manual work, some labor work. But when I'm doing business over the internet, chartered, I cannot keep this kind of people. I need to keep IT professionals. And you know, people, what kind of cost do we really need to incur when we are appointing the IT professionals? Because obviously they are managing our safety, security, data privacy, internet related activities, hardware, software, all these things, people, as they are managing, they would be required to be paid very high. So first of all, sir, internet issue. Second, sir, high startup cost. Now startup cost involved what? Sir, internet connectivity cost. Number 2, sir, our hardware and software cost. Number 3, sir, high setup cost. And number 4, chartered, we require to maintain the safety and security. So here we are having additional maintenance cost also, people. Try to understand, people. We had learned already the concept, something called as people cloud computing also, in which we had understood, yes, sir, we need to pay tremendously for purchasing this premises on the cloud also. So that is also the constraint, people, which we need to take into consideration. Understood, chartered? Yes, sir. So number 1, people, sir, internet connection. Number 2, chartered, sir, high startup cost. Number 3, my dear chartered accountant, legal issue. Try to understand, people, as and when your business is growing now, 110%. Jigar sir always says one thing, that people always want, the world always want, you should do and you should perform best, but not better than them. That is one of the constraint. If you try to grow up people very fast, definitely people, many legal haze you are going to face. Example I want to give you. We people strongly, we are the Indians and we strongly believe in our religious also. Okay. If anybody hurt our religious sentiments, finish people. We can have the boycott of that entire movie. Maybe it would be a product, then it would be a product. If it would be a website, then website also. Last year, people, 2 or 3 years back, you can see that doormats were sold on the Amazon, and that doormat was having the Lord Ganesha's pic on it. The sleepers on which the Lord Ganesha's pic was printed, people. And that has hurt the sentiments of many. Now try to understand. Here, Amazon is selling third party's product. Amazon don't know what I'm selling. He's like, it's a picturization. I'm selling it. Finished. I am not going to check each and every product from the religious sentiment also. I'll see the quality of the product. Agree, Chartered? Because they are operating what? Sir, they are operating commercially. But at the end, what happened, Chartered? Sir, religious sentiment got affected. And finally, 110% people, Amazon need to say sorry for the such products. Moral of the story, otherwise start facing the legal issues. Second example, people, Domino's, Air India, and Facebook. These three people are always found to be a culprit in India when it comes to data privacy. Because, tremendous customers' data, every time people got leaked by these organizations, we had seen many times this kind of cases, people. And that is also what, sir, we are growing on the e-commerce platform, but if we are fail to comply with that laws properly, then definitely we will be punished. One more best example I want to give you, Chartered. Twitter. See this, when the new IT guidelines were issued, every organization was very happy to follow the rules and regulations, but Twitter denied the same. And immediately people are, legal minister has taken, the law and order minister has taken the decision, and finally they need to comply with the provision. So that is also what, sir, a very important thing. Next, started, some business will never go into e-commerce business only, people. Remember, all these service industries will never go online, people. Because service industry demands the person's personal attention. I'll just give you the one simple example to you also, and you will be surprised too. I'll give you one more example, people, and you will be surprised to know this example also, Chartered. Many of you might be, because you were sick or any family reason or anything, you might be had bunked up the one lecture or two lecture, probable, okay? Suppose if it is done, and if you're watching it on a recorded basis and you are attending lecture live, does it make a huge difference? Yes or no? Sir, tremendously huge difference. The reason is what? Sir, at least in online, we would be able to communicate, we would be able to understand the expression, and we could also provide the expression at the same time when the lecture is going. So service industry demands what? Sir, personal attention. Example, people, you want to purchase a jewelry. Say, for example, we are having a chartered accountant, Asha, and chartered accountant, Kavya with us, okay? Yes, both the elder sisters are getting married. And for them, they want to purchase jewelry. Do you think so, people? Can we buy the jewelry online? Answer is no, sir. We'll visit to the store. No doubt, jewelry people has started making the videos and sending to you so that you can get the personal touch. But obviously, I would like to personally check whether it looks perfect on me or not, and then I'm going to buy. So that is what people, certain business will never go to online. Example, chartered accountant Someshwar is there with us. Suppose people, the Someshwar is having headache. Can he make a video call to the family doctor and say, bro, I'm having headache here. Can you please treat me? Will he treat? No, sir. He has to visit personally. So people try to understand. In goods, it's okay. But when it comes to service industry, obviously personal touch matters a lot, people, and which business cannot be taken into online. Next very important concept is, people, cultural impediment. Impediment refers to resistance. Resistance. People are denying. Say, for example, chartered accountant we are having with us. We'll take the example of Tanishka Jain. Now, if suppose people, Tanishka Jain's parents are very much choosy that I don't want to buy anything online. Finish. Cultural impediment. Okay. And Tanishka is like, mom, I cleared my inter-C examination. That too with a rank. Now it's a time to please give me iPhone. Parents say, okay, you had secured the rank and you are eligible for the rewards. We are ready to give you. But tell me, what is the difference price between online and offline? And Tanishka Jain, it's like, mama, just 1,000 rupees. And father, it's like my dear daughter, you are purchasing at most a 1 lakh rupees product, iPhone 12. So you should spend 1000 more. It's okay for me. I'm ready to bear that cost. But please listen to me. Go to offline, see the product, check the quality. If you are satisfied, purchase the product. That means what, Chartered? Sir, cultural impediment. There are the many people, those who do not still preferred people to buy over the internet. Say, for example, chartered accountant Sohail is there, chartered accountant Pooja madam is there. Suppose these people had purchased some product over the internet, very first time, and they face people tremendous quality issue. Now, when you had spent 1000 rupees, people, and you find it out to worst quality, definitely people next time you will say no to online shopping. That is what, sir, cultural impediment to online business people. So what are the limitations which you are seeing right now, people? Number one, sir, internet connection. Come on, everybody, please revise with me, people. You know Jigar sir's classes all time to be energetic and we need to revise it. Yes, no? Haripriya madam, my sister, how are you? All good? Okay, so number one, people, sir, internet connection. Number two, sir, high startup cost. Number three, sir, legal issues. Number four, sir, some businessmen never get into e-commerce. Number fifth, chartered, sir, cultural impediment. See these people, some people are not ready even to share their credit card over the internet because they have the fear that somebody will come to my bank balance then. And these people are there, people who can be easily fooled, even by whom? By the hackers people, when they says very clearly, sir, your debit card is getting blocked, please provide your debit card, credit card details. And we like, oh my god, please take my debit card details, take OTP, take anything, whatever you want to, but keep my debit card on. Array, try to understand what to share, with whom to share, and when to share. Has to be very much clear. And why should I share with you? Agree. Next one and last one, people, we know very well, people, it's a security concern, chartered. Try to understand. If you are keeping tremendous funds with a bank, Vijay Mallya will take over. Okay. Or Nirav Modi will take over. If I am keeping in the bank server, then obviously, people, I gave the example of a Cosmos bank whose server got hacked, and within 12 and 36 seconds, the hackers took away the 96 or 98 crore rupees, people. Moral of the story, sir, where to keep the funds then? Obviously, you can keep with Jigar, sir. Okay. Now listen to me, chartered. Okay. Listen. Security concern is a major issue, people. Today, we are knowing the concept, people, very well. Dark web, something called as dark web. Those people, those who are using the dark web, on which people, tremendous people, you know, antisocial elements are present. You can find it out on the dark web. More than people 15,000 to 24,000 debit card and credit card details also, people, along with their CVV number and everything. So if you could manage those details, suppose if I got this, I'm just taking an example, please. I'm not such a culprit person, please. You can trust me. Okay, chartered? Yes, sir. Say, for example, I just got the details of Someshwar, and I'm like, it's bro, Someshwar, there is some Paytm KYC it's pending for you. Can you please do the KYC pending KYC updates? Someshwar is like, yo, bro, I'm completely okay with it. He said, okay, I'll go to the store and I'll get it things done. I said, no, you do not require to visit to store. You can just download this small application and the things will be done. And that application, people, will be having something called a screen mirroring. So whatever the Someshwar screen is there, that can be operated in my mobile. Now, suppose if I do the transaction through this debit card or credit card details of Someshwar, who will receive the OTP? Someshwar will receive. Now, if I call to Someshwar and ask him, bro, OTP please. Someshwar is like, ayo sir, is I am gone with a mad or what, sir? I'll not share. I said, okay, don't share. You just check it out, whether the OTP is received or not. And Someshwar is like, okay, I'm checking. Till the time, people, he will open his screen. I'll come to know the OTP. I'll type it and I'll enter it and I'll do the transaction. So you need to be very careful, people, that this kind of things can be done, people. And thereby, we must ensure the safety and security. As an e-commerce business operator, people, your tremendous cost will be involved in providing safety and security to the data. Understood? So what are the limitations or what are the disadvantages? Come on, everybody, with full of energy, say yo and revise. Number one, sir, internet connection. Number one, sir, internet connection. Number two, sir, high startup cost. Number two, sir, high startup cost. Number three, chartered, sir, legal issues. Number three, sir, legal issues. Number three, sir, legal issues. Number four, sir, some businesses may never get into people e-commerce. Number four, sir, some business may never get into e-commerce. Number five, sir, cultural impediment. Number five, sir, cultural impediment. Number six, sir, security concern. Number six, sir, security concern. Now, chartered, why attending this online class is very important, point number 1, and especially the revision lectures. So let me tell you people, in chapter number 1, before the May exam people, they had introduced these amendments. Okay, before the May exams, when July exams was conducted in the last exams, before that institute has introduced the amendments. Now what happened, Chartered? From the amendments only, at most people you can find it out the 25 to 30% paper. So always remember, Chartered, not only the CA exams, but in any time in your future, if you are preparing for any exams now, Chartered, your exam paper will be consist of only 2 elements. How many elements, Chartered? 2 elements. You need to show the fingers like this, otherwise God will punish you. Okay, separately. This kind of actions has to be done, people. You know, action speaks louder than the voice and sound and other words. So please, 2 things. Okay, Chartered. Now the first is important topic, and second one, my dear Chartered, is an emerging topic. Remember, if there is a dissolution of any big company, or there is a dissolution of partnership which is well known to the entire world, in same attempt in CA final, you will find it out the question on dissolution. This kind of things always exist. Understood, my dear Chartered? So please do remember this thing. Moving ahead to the next important concept, Chartered. Now, Chaitra wants to discuss something with me, Chartered. Okay, tell me, Chaitra, what happened?
Sir, good morning, sir.
Very good morning to you.
Sir, actually, is this amendments there in our textbook, sir?
Yeah, it is there in your textbook also. Question number 6, you can check it out now, and you will find it out this question. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
If anything is
Okay,
funny, I'll do let you know. Okay.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Yes.
Thank you. Keep smiling. Okay. Second one, very important, people, is that, Chartered, some of the e-business models. Now, when I was explaining this chapter now, people, I just gave the one basic guidelines for this business criteria, but today we'll discuss in depth this concept. Okay, Chartered. The first one is called as people B2C. B2C refers to people business to consumer. Here, the services will be provided by businessmen to the consumer. Now, the best example I want to give you, say for example, my sister, chartered accountant Tanishka Jain madam is there. Okay, she wants to purchase for herself certain cosmetics from Nykaa. At the same time, Jigar sir wants to purchase for himself a laptop from the HP.com. At the same time, we are having the chartered accountant with us people. Okay, Pooja, she wants to purchase people, say for example, books from the lawbooks.com. At the same time, we are having a chartered accountant Gauri Shankar with us, and he wants to purchase certain product people, say from example Nike.com. So here the businessman, that business website is directly selling the product to the consumer, and that kind of relationship is called as B2C. Say for example, people, we are purchasing the product from Amazon.com. So who is giving us the product, people? Amazon, and Amazon is directly selling to consumer. So that kind of relationship is called as B2C. But we are having a chartered accountant Charan with us, chartered accountant Haripriya with us, and chartered accountant Tisha Jain with us. Okay, now these 3 peoples are producer, they are the manufacturer. They had produced some product, but they want to sell it into the market. Obviously, if they prepare their website, if they make their application, getting that much popular in the whole world is very difficult for them. Yes or no? At that time, say for example, Amazon told to them, okay, bro, dear sister, please give me your product, and I'm going to market your product. So the relationship between chartered accountant Haripriya, Charan, Tisha Jain, and Amazon will be known as B2B, where the one businessman is helping the another businessman to expand the business activities. Chartered, I hope it's getting clear to you people. Are you sure? Okay, see this. It supports the supply chain of an organization by allowing the commerce between the company and its suppliers and other partners. Example, people, IndiaMart.com, the India's largest B2B model, people. Sir, can you please give us the example? Yes, Chartered. In a very simple way, I would like to give this example to you people also. Okay, should I? Yes, Chartered. See this. In Jigar's class, online lecture is getting even online more. See this. What says IndiaMart is the largest business B2B marketplace, people. That is business to business, where the one businessman is ready to sell the product to the another businessman. So that is called as what, people? B2B model. Sir, can you please give the one more example of B2B? Yes, started. Suppose Jigar Joshi, JJ Baba, calling to JD, just dial, and asking the number of people JK. Okay. Yes. Sir, what kind of this relationship is called as? Okay. People, nothing. Try to understand. Be positive. Yes. So people listen to me very carefully. Okay. Now in this case, people here, when I ask the Just Dial to please give me the number of JK Shah classes, people, Just Dial is ready to share the number. Yes, yeah, no, Chartered. Yes, sir. And thereby, people, it is very, very, very important, Chartered, that yes, sir. In case of Just Dial and JK Shah classes, will share the relationship of B2B, where Just Dial is bringing the customer Jigar Joshi to JK Shah classes. Say, for example, chartered accountant Dhanushika is there, and if she called, she is from Chennai, say for example, okay, and if she called to Just Dial and asking, can you please give me the best CA coaching classes available near me? If JK Shah classes is registered with Just Dial, then Just Dial will provide JK Shah classes, Dhanshika's number, and obviously Dhanshika will receive the number of JK Shah classes. So here we are trying to manage what, sir? A relationship between the two businessmen with each other, and that is called as B2B chartered. Am I very clear to all my dear chartered accountants? Say yes, yeah, no. Yes, sir. Same way, people, you can take the example of one more also. That is people, Naukri.com, jobsearch.in. These are the examples, people, where they are bringing the best caliber for the business organization. So one business organization helping the another business organization. First one, chartered, sir, it was purely, sir, B2C, business to consumer. Second one, sir, B2B, business to business, where the one businessman is helping to another businessman. Yes, chartered, you can take the social platform, LinkedIn also as the best example for this. Third one, people, is a C2C, consumer to consumer, where the one consumer is selling or asking to sell his product to the another consumer people. The best example you can take Quikr.com, OLX.com. Quikr always used to say that people, anything and everything can be sold over here. One of the Marwadi took this challenge and Marwadi posted the last year's calendar. If you have the guts, please sell this. Finally, people, they changed their tagline. We cannot say that everything and anything can be sold over here. Understood, chartered? Yes, sir. Challenge accepted. Now, people, 99acres.com. Okay. Nobrokerage.com. Now, nobrokerage.com is a very common platform where suppose if you are having chartered, where people, it is very common chartered that suppose if the Someshwar is having the 3 bungalows in Chennai, in one bungalow he is staying people, but 2 bungalows he wants to put it on a rent basis so that he can enjoy the rent income. Agree, chartered? And obviously, I should not say this to you people. You are chartered accountant. You know the value of a money, people, more than me and better than me. Yes, yeah, no. Yes, sir. Day and night, you are thinking about this only. Money, 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 money. If the professor says, "Na, yesterday I went to this hotel and I spent it 10,000 rupees," you are like, okay, in 3 hours he had spent it this much, in this much, this much, this much, this much. Sir, your monthly income is this much. Yo, so fast in calculating all these things. Yes, sir. We are the chartered and we are proud of it. Okay, chartered. Yes, sir. Second, people, 99acres.com. If anyone wants to sell people, property, then he can please listed his property over there. The one who wants to buy people can contact and people, the things will done. So that is called a C2C, consumer to consumer. eBay.com is also one of the best examples. Now, my dear chartered, yes, cardeko.com is one of the best example, 110%. Car24 is one of the best example, people. Then we are having first choice of people, this one, Maruti Suzuki also. That is also the best example of C2C, consumer to consumer. Here, the seller is consumer and the buyer is consumer. Understood, chartered? Sir, how it is possible? Suppose example, Chitra madam has purchased the furniture. Now, old furniture, Chitra madam does not require it. So she's selling, but selling the furniture, people, is her regular activity. No, sir. And thereby, instead of Chitra madam known as a businesswoman, she will be known as a consumer in this case. Understood, chartered? Yes, sir. Next one, people, we are having C2B, consumer to business. Here, people, consumer will provide the information to the businessman. Once again, I'm repeating my statement, people. Please clarify once again in your brain. Here, the consumer is ready to provide the services to businessman. Say, for example, people, I want to purchase a credit card for myself. Okay, I want a credit card facility. Sir, how to get it? A very simple thing, chartered. Very simple thing. What should I do? Sir, you visit to the paisabazar.com or bankbazaar.com. Okay, and then you put your income, you put your monthly income, your employment status and everything, based on which the best bank will provide the services to you people and will offer the credit card to you. So best example, one more, if I want to give you people feedback. Whenever we are purchasing any product or whenever we are taking any services from the businessman people, if they are asking us to provide the feedback, that means what? Sir, consumer is providing the information, and to whom, chartered accountant, we are providing this information? Sir, to businessman, and that relationship is called as people C2B, consumer to business. See this, people. The comparison of the interest rate of a car loans provided by the various banks via websites can be done, people. Even if you refer the trivago.com, that is what C2B. Agree, chartered? Yes, sir. Moving ahead to the next one. Providing information of LIC is also the same, people. Next one, people, we are having consumer to government. Now the very simple thing, people. What consumer will give to government? Sir, as an individual, our responsibility is only to make payment of fees, penalties, charges, and third one is taxation. Finish. Say, for example, people, if you are staying in Chennai city or if you are staying in a people Bangalore city, then municipal corporations bill comes to you, municipal taxes. We pay online. That's it. That portal is called as what, sir? C2G. Understood, people? Yes, sir. Second example, people, if you had rush driving or something, then traffic people will send a challan to you. You need to pay that challan also. That is also people C2B. And at the year end, people, whatever income you had generated, based on which you need to pay income tax to the government, people, and that will also amounts to what, sir? C2G. Agree, chartered? Yes, sir. But same time, people, government is also now ready to provide the services to consumers, and that is called as people G2C model, a very important model, people, from the examination point of view. Agree? Yes, sir. Example like COVID.in, where we got registered and we got vaccinated. Example, if I want to give you, people, then there is a e-seva from Andhra Pradesh government, where we can visit to the website and we can get our birth certificate ready, death certificate, if we want of any family members who is not there, people, right now with us, and we want that records can be done. You want character certificate, you want income certificate, you want to verify any land records. This all things can be now done online, people, and this kind of services are provided by government to business, government to citizens, or government to consumers. Example, it's called as what, people? G2C. Understood, people? Yes. Second example I want to give you, people, one more example of a G2C over here, people, is that if you refer, people, ICAI, people, it's a purely, you can take the e-shop examples. Here, the institute provides the services to two. It provides the education to, they are selling their product, people, of a foundation, inter and final to the student. So it's a obviously business to consumer, but obviously they are not regarded as a business because they are the non-profit organization. Thereby it is known as a NGO to consumers model. Understood? And from members, they are receiving the fees and asking the members to follow the rules and regulations. Understood? Yes, sir. So they are providing the registration facilities to their members. Agree, chartered? Yes, sir. Further, next one, chartered, we are having B2G, business to government. Now business to government, it's what, sir? Business pay various taxes. Agree, chartered? Yes, sir. Not only GST, people, but you had also studied, like, people, also customs are there. Yes, yeah, no, people, certain charges or certain fees we need to pay, license renewal fees, and many things we need to pay to government, and that will be regarded as, people, B2G. One more thing I would like to bring to your notice also, people, you will be highly surprised that yes, current government, earlier government did not did this, people, anytime, but current government has took this, people, charge to make our Indian businessmen very happy. Say, for example, chartered accountant Asha or chartered accountant Someshwar is there. These people are making plastic containers. They are very, very good quality of plastic container makers. Even they are making the dustbins, a big size dustbins also. Their manufacturing plant is so big and they are carrying out the activities tremendously. What they need to do now, people, they need to list their product on the government portal also. So in future, if the state government wants to buy the dustbins, then instead of asking to the whole world, please provide us the quotation, they will first visit to this website, and those who are the service provider now, they will ask to give the quotation and we will ready to give the contract to you. So that kind of people, businessmen, is getting benefited from the government also. Different portals are there. I kindly request all my dear chartered accountant to refer these portals properly once our lecture is done by today itself, chartered. Do not keep it pending even for the tomorrow, chartered. Agree? Okay. Now, the third, people, amendment which was introduced, people, that you can see right now in front of your eyes, that is, people, components of e-business. Is I'm audible to everyone chatted very properly? 1 minute. Huh? Okay. Now audible chatted to everyone? Okay. Yes. Chatted. Had you seen the components of people e-commerce? The question number 7 or 6 somewhat somewhere? Yes. In which question number 7 or 8, I think so. Okay. Probable. In which you had studied people, user, then merchants, then people technology. Remember this thing? In technology concept people, on the page number 214, you need to add these 3 points. These 3 things are added over there. Okay, charted. So page number 214. Okay. Technology. In technology section, people, we need to add this concept. Okay, charted. Yes, sir. Everyone, had you find it out the concepts over there, people? Chartered accountant Tanviji, got it? Okay. Now, the very interesting question, people, which we are going to discuss right now over here. So please stay with me. If it is 1 or 2 page ahead or back now, people just check it out. But it is in the components of e-business. In that third concept, technology concepts are there. And before that, people, you need to add these 3 points. That what kind of technology we should buy. Once again, people, I'm asking you the question. What is the question they will ask for 2 marks, people? They will ask this question for 2 marks only. That what are the technology or what kind of technology we should buy? Number 1, it should be scalable with a minimum effort to handle the peak traffic. Now, what do you mean by the peak traffic charted over here? Can I explain you, please? Listen to me. JK Shah classes, people. Our JK Shah classes online platform was exist, people, at least from last 5 years, people. But this online portal was not to be used. Why? Because everyone was attending people live class only, and we had a face-to-face class. So we never find it out too much traffic on our portal, people. Later on, what happened? We all went online. Okay. In case of online, people, just imagine the Zoom application, people, before lockdown, it was not having even 1 million subscriber. And today, people, if you look towards the Zoom, obviously, you required a Zoom size paper to understand how many people are there right now on this platform. Yes or no, people? Yes, sir. It was, people, tremendous boom in the market once this concept of lockdown was there, and we find it out only one proper platform to discuss our meetings and discuss our things. Now, second important thing, people. So if you refer the people Amazon.com, well, let me give you one very best example. I was reading the one people article only, and I just come across to this concept. So I would like to share with you, people. The person official says very clearly that during the off season, and especially, people, we have the Shraddh and all concepts in our traditions. Okay. During that time, okay, Amazon people says that Indians are so choosy about the date on which they should buy. In some days, we do not find it out even sales of 1 crore rupees also from entire India, people. Just imagine, from the entire India, people are not ready to buy. Even if you ask your mom now, mom, I want to purchase a laptop for myself from Amazon. Which day? Saturday. No, buy it on Monday. Why? It's a Shravan Mass is going on now. So nice. So it's very interesting, chatted, that yes, people are very choosy. So they say is what? On certain days, we did not find even the sale of 1 crore rupees. And during the Great India sales, we can find it out, people, 8 crore products to be sold in 3 days. Now just imagine, people, what kind of pressure it will create on the server. So if we do not have the server which is scalable, which can be quickly scale up to handle the pressure and which can be scaled down when the pressure is low, people, 110% your website will be blast. Imagine, chartered, why the Institute of Chartered Accountant of India does not introduce the result of foundation, inter and final together. Why they are taking a time? Because they know that our portal will handle maximum 1 lakh capacity at a time. So if a single attempt is taken, then obviously we will find it out not more than 1 lakh student appearing for exams. So we will be able to handle it very easily, chatted. Agree? Yes, sir. Second important thing, chatted. It should be quite easy and convenient for the customer to use, chatted. Because try to understand here, if you give them the technology which is very difficult for them to understand, people, they will 110% deny those things. Example, now we got so many literate people. First of all, let me tell you, okay, Many a time people, Kerala state is introducing themselves that yes, we are the 100% literate. I said okay, because they are telling about 100% literacy at that time when the metric was considered as the highest education, that is 10th standard. Agree. If we compare today, we'll find it out more sensible citizen out of Kerala, because looking towards the COVID cases, we find it out here we are more better, at least certain cases where we do not find it out that they are following the rules and regulation properly. Please. Now, this is just an example I'm taking people right now. But yes, technology people. If suppose we are bringing the technology, iOS, if anybody who is given with the first time people to handle the iPhone now people, obviously for the first 10 to 15 minutes, he's searching, okay, bro, where is the back button? How should I go back to my previous screen? Agree, chatted? Yes, sir. We are having only one home button, and that is also replaced now in new models, people. Even we find it difficulty with that also. Agree, chatted? Yes, sir. Second most important example, people. If double letters are given, like 8 is there and above dot is there. If you want to make a full stop, now we are like how to make a full stop, and we come to know later on it requires to be swiped down, so it will take the upper letter. But chatted, it's very difficult. If you talked about Android, then sir, it took only 3 days to taught my mom how to use Android phone, and today she is using more better than me also. Agree? Yes, sir. Early morning, she is only putting the WhatsApp message to everyone that God cannot be everywhere, so he created mom, self-marketing. And we are like, oh, mom, so sweet. Agree, chatted? Yes, sir. Concentrate. Come back to the topic also. So first one, people, it should be scalable enough to quickly handle the pressure. Number two, sir, it should be easy and convenient. It should be as simple as that even a layman can understand that technology, chatted. Agree? Yes, sir. Let me give you one example also, and you will be highly surprised to know this example, people. If you visit to people website, I'll give you, this is GSRTC, okay? That is a Gujarat state government application, okay, chartered? And here, people, there is an advanced booking. So you need to click here, then it will work, people, to the next concept. But if you look just only to the picture of the entire screen, now nobody knows the advanced booking concept is by clicking to that image. Arey boss, in between you just place a button now over there for advanced booking, click over here. How could I come to know that the where driving bus is indicated over there, I need to click to book the tickets? What is this bluff? Early morning I tweeted to them, okay, please make improve to your design of application also. So that is what chatted, sir, 110%. Make the things very simple and easy to understand by everyone, chatted. See the Amazon.com. So easy, so convenient. Buy now, add to bucket, both the concepts are there. Finished. Third one, people, see this. It should be accessible and usable on every device, people. That is very important. You know, people, there are certain websites. If you had studied HTML concept, hypertext markup language in IT, then you know certain websites are working very fantastic on the Chrome, but they might be not working very good with the Edge, Microsoft Edge. And certain are not working, people, even on this concept of people, browsers of different nature, Safari and others. So that is a major issue. Try to make the application, try to make the people software which is very easy, make the website which is user friendly and could be accessible to all. This 3 marks question is very important and charted. You can take this once again, people. Number one, sir, it should be scalable enough. Number two, sir, easy to understand and convenient to use, sir. And number three, sir, it should be capable to be worked on every platform. Understood, my dear chartered accountant? A very small and very simple concept is there. Nothing to worry about it. This thing is not incorporated in the books. Don't worry about it, people. And when I'm sending this PDF to you, you will get it. This thing's done for yourself. Don't worry about it. Relax, people. The next one, chartered. Finally, Institute gave a proper solution to our problem also, chartered. Because the problem which we are facing now, that was tremendous. And now finally, Institute decided, okay, yes, we have the solution. So listen to me, people. We had studied something called as e-payment, people. Yes, sir. Where the payments are done digitally, chartered. Yes, yeah, no? Yes, sir. All questions are there, people, in JKC textbook. Don't worry about it. Regarding e-payments also, the concepts are there. Okay. Now, in e-payments, people, we had studied the 2 concepts over there. Yes, yeah, no, charted? Yes, sir. One is modern method, that is Jigasser's method, and one is people traditional method, that is Professor Bhide's method. Understood, people? Yes, sir. Those who watch the people Hindi serials, Tarak Mehta Ulta Chashma, they will come to know Mr. Bhide is the so old age professor. Okay. Yes, sir. handle it very nicely. Concentrate now. Just kidding you people. So modern method people, whatever the method we had studied, I'm taking the examples of this. Those who had not studied this chapter number 4, don't worry, my dear chartered accountant. I'm going to explain you every method. You can just ask to those students, those who are online also people. They are very much sure that yes, each and every concept gets cleared in Jigas's class because he keeps on asking many questions to us only, first of all though. Yes. So we had studied people here, the one method called as IMPS. Yes, sir. That was immediate payment service. Okay. Second one, people, we had also studied Aadhaar enabled payment system, AEPS. Yes, sir. We had also studied USSD, unstructured supplementary service data. Also, people, we had studied the one more method, people. Okay. Here called as people mobile application BHIM, Bharat interface for money. Also, people, we had studied the one concept called as people M wallets. Now, chartered, listen to me very carefully. Please, all my dear chartered accountant, listen to me. Okay. Wait. I'll come and I'll explain everything. Here, people, we had studied the first method called as net banking. In net banking, we had studied both the method, people. That is first, National Electronic Fund Transfer System and real-time gross settlement. Agree, chartered? Yes, sir. But NEFT and RTGS was having certain issues. To resolve these issues, people, IMPS was introduced. Do you agree with me, chartered? Say yes or no? Yes, sir. Point number 1 is clear. Yes, sir. Second, people, earlier here there was an introduction of e-wallets were there. Agree? Now listen to me, chartered. Put a cross mark on the e-wallets from traditional method. Finally, institute wakes up and they gave the proper solution to us. Okay, M wallets and e-wallets are one and the same now. The only difference is between utilization of it. The only difference between them is what, people? Utilizing it. Agree, chartered? Yes, sir. Agree. Example like, people, it was the same preparation of things, but only if it is a spread properly, it will become the dosa, and if it is kept accumulately, it becomes idli. There is a no concept differentiation between idli and dosa. Yes or no? Same way over here, my dear chartered. Okay, it is the only material, liquid material, which is after getting hot becomes solid. Okay, chartered. Rajnikant introduced this concept. Concentrate, chartered. Enjoy it. Yes. So people, you need to strike the e-wallets now. E-wallets not there in syllabus. So strike e-wallets, point number 1. And in M wallets, chartered, we are now having e-wallets also. Sir, what is the difference between e-wallets and M wallets? So let me tell you, people, in a very simple way. As I said, people, both are same. Only the difference is from what, sir? From the way we used it. Say, for example, people, if I'm using Amazon Pay with my mobile phone, then that will be regarded as what? M wallet. And if I'm operating www.amazon.in and I'm using Amazon Pay from their people, then it is known as e-wallet. So electronic wallet is a website based and mobile wallet, people, is an application based. No major difference. Fully clear? Huh? Okay. Now, chartered. Third important concept which they had introduced over here, which I would like to bring to your notice, chartered. Third one, that is, people, we had studied the cards. In case of cards, people, we had studied debit card. We had studied debit card. Debit card are attached to my bank account, chartered. Yes or no? Yes, sir. Whatever the balance I have in my card, people, or in my account, sorry, I can use that much, people. Yes, sir. They are equivalent to ATM card because nowadays all debit cards are coming with the additional feature of what? Debit come ATM card. Agree, chartered? Yes, sir. Second, we are having chartered credit card. Now, credit card, the best thing about credit card is what? Sir, credit card can be issued by bank also as well as by financial institution also. Like American Express issues the credit card to me. American Express is not a bank in India. So people, remember, for debit card, you require compulsory bank account. Agree, people? And whatever the bank balance is there, that will be immediately affected. So it will affect your direct cash flow. Agree, chartered? Yes, sir. But if chartered, I'll talk about the credit card, and suppose chartered accountant, we are having whose example we'll take it here. We'll take the example of Pavitra. Okay. Now, chartered accountant Pavitra madam is there. Okay. And suppose if she purchased a credit card, she took the services of credit card, then definitely, first of all, the bank from which the credit card is issued, people, she does not require to have a bank account over there because it's an additional loan facility which is given to her. Point number 1. Number two, chartered, this will not directly affect the cash flow of person. Why? Because sir, right now the bank will make the payment on behalf of you. Later on the month end, you need to make a payment once the statement is generated by the bank, chartered. Agree? Yes, sir. Third one, people, the best thing which is introduced was a smart card. Now this is people new concept. Okay. Now, sir, what is the new concept over here? Let's take the very simple example to make these things easy to you people. Okay. Say for example, I have my sister chartered accountant with me, people. Okay. And chartered accountant Haripriya madam is there. Now Haripriya's mother and father both are not ready to give her debit card. Why? Sir, obviously tremendous cash is kept over there in the bank account as a saving. And if she misplaced this card or if card got hacked, sir, tremendous losses could be there. Sir, credit card, we don't want to give the credit card to her. Again, the same chances, people hacking, missing, as well as people overspending. She can make a tremendous spending, people. Are yes, yeah, no? If she's my sister and if she's coming with me in the mall, na people, definitely I'll ask my sister, as my sister, please hold my hand, because if you move away from me na, then definitely you will finish my debit card balance as well as my credit card limit also, and I will become the completely bank corrupt on the very next moment. I don't want to do that. Okay. So Haripriya madam is extremely happy. So from the long ago, if you look towards now, we are like, oh my god, so nice brother and sister. Okay, both are caring so much for each other. Reason looks social, but it is economical. I hope you understood socio-economical issues. Okay, chartered. Next one. This is how economics can be taught. Okay, chartered. Listen. Now, to maintain this, to avoid this both the problem, what one can do, people. So I decided to give to chartered accountant Haripriya smart card. Smart card, people, is exactly similar to debit card and credit card only. It will also be people chip based only. So chip is attached over there. Everything looks similar, just like debit card and credit card. The only best thing about this is, people, it's a prepaid card. Sir, what is a prepaid card? You need to load the cash over it, people. So if suppose this card is lost or if anything goes wrong with this card na chartered, you should not be worried even a 1%. Why? Sir, only the balance in the card could be people having the issues, security issues, but everything else is safe. Understood, chartered? These cards can be issued by card association only, people. Visa, RuPay, all these issues, this kind of card, people. You can purchase the cards from them. Okay. But it is preloaded card. Simple. Okay. This card will allow you the every facility, yeah, chartered. If you go for online shopping, you can use this card and payments will be deducted. Okay. If you people visit to ATM, if you want to withdraw, withdrawal is possible. If you're moving to the restaurants or somewhere, people, for eating or something, people, to purchase in the stores, in store, you want to make a payment, allowed. The only differentiation between the debit card, credit card and smart card is that smart card is not attached to bank account, but still it gives you the all facilities of debit card, and thereby, people, this would be far better than using the debit card. But charges was very high, people, when this card was introduced, and thereby, people, this type of cards are now not issued. They becomes the traditional method. Understood, chartered? The reason is what? Charges were extremely high, people. If you do the 100 rupees transaction, if they ask 5 rupees from you, people, you will like, I don't want to do transaction. 5% charges I cannot pay. Sorry. Agree? Yes, sir. Because obviously mama gave 100 rupees product to buy and 5 rupees us to eat something, and that 5 rupees will be taken by these people, then definitely, people, it will be tremendous loss to us. Now, the next important method. Okay, chartered? Listen. The next method, people, which is introduced over here, that was an old method only, chartered. That is UPI, Unified Payment Interface. This much we had studied. Okay, chartered? Now, 2 more methods are introduced over here, chartered. We'll see one by one. Number 7, we are having, people, mobile banking. Sir, can you please tell us what is mobile banking? See this, chartered. For recharge, might be you are using Paytm, you are using PhonePe, you are using Google Pay. This is, people, third-party application. Because Jigar sir is having, say for example, the bank account with ICICI Bank, or say for example, Bank of Baroda, my favorite bank. Okay. Then I ask Google Pay to do the recharge, and Google Pay will take the money from my bank account, will pay to the Airtel, and Airtel will do the recharge. So Google Pay is working as what? Third party. If from my bank account, if I can directly make a payment to Airtel, then why I need a Google Pay? Hey Rama, clear? Huh? So here Google Pay, Amazon Pay or Paytm, or even chartered this one, PhonePe, they are acting as a third party application for recharge and for making payments. Agree, chartered? Yes, sir. But suppose if I'm using Bank of Baroda M Connect application, then, sir, in the application only, all facilities are available nowadays started. You can make a municipal payment access from directly from there. You can pay people even the other charges and penalties from there. You can do recharge and all people. You can also pay for D2H recharge and all people. You can pay directly school fees and all. You can even in store, you can scan that QR code, UPI based QR code, and from directly your bank account, you can make a payment to his bank account. No need to use any Google Pay or Phone Pay or Paytm. Third party application has been removed, people, with this method. Understood, Chartered? Chartered, I hope you understood one thing, people. As a chartered accountant, a very big lesson has taught by this technology that nothing is permanent. If you are not updated every time, somebody else new technology will replace you very soon. Understood? So Jigar sir's favorite dialogue, change with the change before the change will change you. Understood, Chartered? Yes, sir. Concentrate. The last but not the least, people, the very important was, people, cryptocurrency. Chartered, we had discussed the cryptocurrencies at that time also. Agree? Yes, sir. But right now, people, I will discuss this in little bit perfect method over here because I feel that it's necessitated. So we'll discuss it, Chartered. Okay. A very small concept. After this, we left with only 2 amendments. That's it. So today you will not find it out the lecture till 1 also. So be relaxed first of all. Okay. Yes. Concentrate now. Agree. Now, what is cryptocurrency, people? Do you know the cryptocurrency? Exactly, people, if I say 5 rupees, 10 rupees, 20 rupees, 500 rupees or 2000 rupees, this kind of notes, physical form of notes, people, currency, it exists in the market. Yes, you know, Chartered? Yes, sir. It is in existence. But let me tell to all my dear Chartered accountant one thing, that Chartered, this is not possible, people, in case of cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency is completely in digital form only, Chartered. This kind of currency do not exist, it's physically. So suppose if you are having a Bitcoin with you, it will be, people, cryptocurrency, it will be in electronic form. If you have a people Dogecoin, then that will be also known as, people, in cryptocurrency, available online only. If you have the Ethereum coins, people, that will be also known as the same. Now let me tell you one thing, people. I'll say one advantage also and one disadvantage of this cryptocurrency, and then you should sensibly decide whether one should deal in cryptocurrency or not. The first and foremost benefit of this cryptocurrency is that, people, there is nothing called as a centralized authority exist over here. Understood? Like example, people, suppose if I want to make chartered accountant Sri or chartered accountant Someshwar, that people both should face the income tax issues tomorrow morning, then what I'll do, I'll deposit in both the accounts of people 50 lakhs rupees cash. Tomorrow morning, Someshwar will be be summoned by the people income tax officer, and Sri Pasana is going to receive the people directly a cup of coffee with the people. He is going to enjoy with the income tax department. Income tax office will visit to him only. Why? Because how can you do this much transaction? Now, people, some people are so intelligent. Let me tell to you, people. Okay. In India, there is a one thing I'll share with you, people. Please listen to me very carefully. If you deposit more than 50,000 rupees in any bank account, people, they will ask your PAN card details. Okay. You need to provide PAN card. Why, sir? Why? Because, Chartered, every day one exception list is prepared by the system. Listen to me very carefully, and Chartered, this is something I'm telling you, people, completely different. Every day, people, whenever the banking activities are done, if cash, because see this, if you are doing this banking transaction from bank to bank transaction now, we are not worried. Even if you do the 300 crores, 400 crore rupees check payment from one account to another account, it's okay. It's a banking transaction. Anyway, we have the details. But if you are depositing cash more than 50,000, then every day exception list is prepared. That yes, in this accounts, this list are prepared. Now this list, people, are always loaded in the certain system, and over there also some analysis are done that who is doing frequently more than 50,000 rupees cash transaction. That person could be found if culprit immediately, people, his activities are showing to be of some suspicious nature, then he will be summoned by the people income tax department. Understood, Chartered? Now, people, over here, the chartered accountant Tanvi madam is saying, sir, my father is businessman and he regularly deposits 50,000, 60,000 rupees. Then we to never got the summon. Chartered, here the trends are showing that you are doing some activities on a regular basis, as well as this is reflected even in your books of accounts also. Now, chartered accountant Someshwar is like, sir, why to worry, sir? If I want to deposit more than 50,000, sir, 30,000 in Bank of Baroda, 20,000 rupees in Axis Bank, sir. Ayo Rama, you can't do that also, people. Because in every bank account, there is one common document is there called as PAN number. And people, in income tax, your bank account number is not seen. Under this PAN, how much cash is deposited, that is seen. So here we are having RBI as a central authority, CBDT as another central authority, people. So if we do any transaction, people, obviously we are going to face the income tax and people, different authorities too. If we did any transaction, people, in foreign currency, then don't forget, people, even ED will also be there. You had seen the right now, people, Mundra case, and in Mundra case, ED was also involved because the money was coming from the foreign country also. Do you remember that, Chadad? Yes. Now, Shilpa Shetty's husband. Okay. Raj Kundra. Now, the second important case, people, about the cryptocurrency. Now, I had said this, people advantage. There is a no central authority. So if suppose I make a 10,000 Bitcoins transferred to Someshwar, nobody will ask me that from where you bought this 10,000 coins and to why you are giving to Someshwar or what Someshwar is going to do. Nobody is there. Understood, chatted? Yes, sir. Now, the second important aspect, the drawback side, people. As there is no centralized authority exists, people, we do not know till what time this currency will exist. Understood, chatted? There is nothing called as a surety. Understood, chatted? Try to understand. The very interesting thing, people, that suppose if $10,000 I transferred Bitcoin, sorry, I transferred to Someshwar, if it is done, that much cash is done dealing, people. You can see the price over here also, people, and you will be surprised. Okay. One Bitcoin price is just 37 lakhs 38,068 rupees, people. And if you look towards the maximum time limit, and if you look towards the people on 20th November 2015, if your father has purchased, people, this Bitcoin was available only just 21,598 rupees. This much to cash. Generally, we gave it on the Raksha Bandhan to our dearest sister also. If from that day, people, we had purchased the one coin, people, today, if I give it to my sister, people, just imagine, people, it would be here 42 lakhs. Okay. 44 lakhs was the price. It's a highly volatile coins, people. Why? Because, sir, no central authority exists. And people, as the central authorities are not there now, people, anytime, people, this coins can be, people, move to the disaster level. That's one of the thing. Every after 4 years, data coins mining gets reduced by 50%. So you can expect, people, by 2040, Bitcoin mining will be done. No Bitcoin mining will be available. Understood. The very important thing I would like to tell to you one more thing, sir, how this Bitcoins can be earned. So for this Bitcoins, people, you require to mine it. For mining, they are giving you the one mathematical question to solve. Now, anyone who solves very first, people, and that too over in a millisecond, not talking about second, people, in a millisecond, where the second gets divided into more than 10 lakhs part, the one who has answered first will be eligible to get the Bitcoin, people. Understood. Now, these Bitcoins are used, people, for dealing in drugs and doing all antisocial activities. Today, when we look towards all the terrorist group, people, they are doing this thing only. Example charted how these coins can be used, people. So you had seen many people in CCD and MACD and everywhere, people, where these peoples are, sitting and on the table and doing the transactions over there charted. Yes, yes, sir. This kind of people does what? You need to give them the cash. Say, for example, I gave 37 lakhs rupees cash to them. Yes, started. And they will, people, book a one Bitcoin for me. They purchased a one Bitcoin for me. Now, suppose I want to purchase the drugs for myself. Okay. Just an example, please. Yes. So I want to purchase. They will order to me, people, and you won't believe, people, this kind of book, okay, will be delivered to me. A normal book will be delivered, normal book through Amazon or something. Okay. And over there, page number will be messaged to me. Say, for example, page number 32. I need to take that page number 32. I need to do like this, people. I'll do this. And at the end, people, drugs are ready. These are the synthetic drugs, no color, no size, no shape, no taste. Directly, only drugs are available. And how it is delivered, nobody knows. Agree. Sir, how could you come to know about all these things? Because people, I had studied fintech laws, financial technology laws. People, I had got it certified myself in that. I got a certificates done in this one, and this is people very important thing to know about that how this drug peddlers are doing dealings nowadays. People, in order to make this thing completely, away from our judiciary system. These bitcoins are used for that also. That is one of the biggest drawback. People, okay. Yes, sir. Obviously, people, central government has already issued the notifications to all of them, giving them the warning, please do not deal in the bitcoins because we do not find it out the proper authority. Japan and China both are claiming that Bitcoin was started by them, but we are not knowing the exact history about it. So that is also one of the issues. Okay, chatted. First thing. Second most important concept, people, is like when central government was unable to give them the proper reason, so to Supreme Court, a proper reason that why we should restrict the person from doing the dealing with the bitcoins. People, obviously, we find it out that central government was failed to answer this, and Supreme Court says that then you should not put restriction on the people, but you can only give them the guidelines. That is, please do not deal with them. It is not safe. That's it. So central government has introduced that much only, people, and don't worry about it, Chartered. Very soon our government of India has taken the initiative to issue e-rupee vouchers. This will going to be a people futures digital currency. And if you just look towards it, people, it's a very awesome concept introduced to people. Wait for some days or some years, I would like to say. If this government continues, people, you will find it out in India, corruption level will reduce to extremely low level, because we cannot say that it will be over completely. But yes, okay. Now, Chartered Accountant Prabhu has asked very simple thing. Sir, can a technology replace our Chartered Accountant profession? My answer is never. It will never be replaced, Chartered. It will never ever be replaced. The reason is only one, people, always remember it. Skillful people always remains. People died. You can teach to the system that how to do the audit, but at the end, the audit report will be purely your choice, people. Understood? That's a very simple thing. Agree. What kind of balance sheet changes you want to do now, that can be done only by chartered accountant, not by technology, that how to adjust it. Okay. Come on. Yes, you will take the help of technology, that is for sure. That will reduce the pressure of people, articles, that is for sure. So being an article, you should always pray to God that yes, my boss should be technology oriented and he should do this. Okay, chartered. Yes, sir. My advice regarding cryptocurrency is very simple. In volatile market, why you want to go over there? You should earn your hard-earned money. Make sure that it is invested very properly and you enjoy very peaceful sleep and food. Very simple. At the end, for eating, we need food only. We cannot eat bitcoins. Simple. Keep your life as simple as you are. Okay, chartered? Yes, sir. Now, next one, chartered. Cryptocurrency. Agree, chartered? So I hope cryptocurrency is very much clear to all of you, my dear chartered. Now, this cryptocurrency, people use the technology that is called as a blockchain technology. This is very important one to understand, people, because this technology does not been given in the book also. This is something Jigar sir gives you additional at free of cost without charging any extra fees or GST on it. Okay, chartered? Yes, sir. So enjoy this benefit. Say, for example, chartered accountant Someshwar is there. He had mined 10,000 bitcoins. Okay, right now I can see on my screen 3-4 people are there. So I'll take those examples only, people. I'm so sorry that other people I'm not taking the example, because on the front screen I can see these people. That's a reason. So people, one block will be created. Why it is called as blockchain? Remember, I started this technology. If you understood once now, you will remember forever. Say, for example, between the boys and girls of this classroom right now, online, all members are present. We are arranging cricket match. Okay. And I have my chartered accountant sister with me, people, obviously, Haripriya. Haripriya, it's like, brother, I'm not interested in playing cricket. I said, okay. She is quite busy, people, for eating the ice cream. From the one hand, she is eating the ice cream. Okay. And we are having the match. So I asked chartered accountant Haripriya that, Haripriya, could you please help me out for one thing? She said, yes, brother, tell me. I said, see this, we are playing match. And we are quite busy in playing match. We want to focus on match. Okay. So can you please make a score record for us? So it's like, okay. But you need to give me one more ice cream for it. I said, Ayo, in one hand, you are already having ice cream. In another hand also, you want ice cream. I said, yes, I want to eat double. I said, okay, it's okay. Obviously, we need to pay certain fees. Yes, yeah, no, chartered. Okay. Now I try to make people giving some bribe to Haripriya and to make the arrangement for me that yes, whenever the girls are playing now, please give them out very fast. And she's like, bro, you need to give me one more ice cream. I said, hey, Haripriya, you are having only 2 heads. You are not Ravan having the 10 heads, and each head is eating the ice cream. She's like, bro, I don't know. If you want, please. I said, okay. Now, people, I gave I did corruption, people. Okay, I gave it bribe to Haripriya, and she is now maintaining the record. But when she was eating the ice cream from both the hands and she was maintaining the record, people, her mom got present over there. And people, today's moms are quite different, and our moms are completely different. Today's mom, when the child is sick now, oh my Shona, what happened to you? High fever, should I call the doctor? Appointment fixed. And our mom, it's like, dhad, finish, move. When mama was looking here and there in the market and we fall down, we are already crying because our leg is paining, and mama, to stop our crying, she was giving more to slap to us so that we don't understand for which we should cry. Because we are having pain in our knee, that's why, or because of mama. Agree? That kind of parents we have, and literally, people, our childhood was very awesome. Remember, people. Now, the next concept, Haripriya, people, mama took away Haripriya. Not only Haripriya left, but two ice creams, and plus, people, entire score record has been moved with her. Yes, Yano chatted. Yes, sir. And now, people, whole team don't know who will be declared as winner. Ayyo. So, people, if you remember right now, boys, listen to me now. We always play people on Sunday cricket match in our society. And what we did only one thing. 1 ball, 2 run, 1 ball, 2 run, then everyone will shout, yes, yes, 1 ball, 2 run, 1 ball, 2 run. Now everybody is maintaining the record. When everybody is maintaining the record charted, can you think so that we can make any changes now? Answer is no, sir. And this technology is people used in blockchain. Suppose people, Someshwar got 10,000 coins with himself. Yes, sir. So people, suppose the first block will be created. His number is 127799. So this will be his block number. Okay. And he is having 10,000 Bitcoins. Okay, chatted. He mined. Now suppose people, if he has transferred out of this 5,000 to Afra madam. Okay. So Afra madam will receive that coin. So one block will be created, chatted. This block will contain 3 details. PD, previous details. Okay, previous details. 1 minute, chatted. I'll make it proper. This block will contain 3 details, chatted. Number 1, sir, previous details. Number 2, actual transaction details. And number 3, next details. Now what will happen? Obviously, these coins are coming from Sir Someshwar. So here's the previous details will be available. 127799. From this received. Who received? Afra madam. So Afra madam has received how much? 5,000. Now Afra madam's number it will be returned over here like 113980. So we come to know that this number has transferred 5,000 to this number. Now both these numbers are having 5,000 coins. Because obviously 5,000 is reduced. Now 5,000 people, suppose she has, this Afra madam kept with herself only. But obviously this guy whose name is people, Someshwar, has transferred to Sohail. So the second people block will be created. This block will contain again 3 details. First one, from where this data is coming. So 127799. How much? 5,000. 5,000. And to whom it is transferred? Sohail. So Sohail's number will be written 128849. Now the whole world chartered knows one thing. Whole world, entire world knows that this number is having 5,000 coin, this number is having 5,000 coin, but don't know that this number belongs to Afra madam and this number it belongs to Sohail sir. So people, your identity will not be leaked in the entire world that how much coins you have or who is having this much coins. Only one thing is that this number is having. Understood? This entire currency, people, it's completely in crypto. So nobody, people, will make a double payment over here. There is nothing called as counterfeit and there is nothing called as missing currency over here. Because every block will contain 3 details. From where the data is coming, how much is the data, and exactly to whom this data is given. These details are maintained in an encrypted form. That is a cryptocurrency, the best advantageous currency. I hope, chartered, it's very much clear to all of you. Super. Now, people, the smart card is there, which I had already explained to you people. As I already said, people, smart card is having the combined advantage of both debit card and credit card and are available regardless to people credit rating income. Smart cards are not linked to any bank account, people. Hence, the smart card holder is not required to have a bank account. Understood, chartered? The best example is Visa Cash Card. Simple. Now, people, in digital payment, they had asked the advantages and disadvantages to be increased by 2 points or 3 points. So we'll add to it. Okay, chartered? Yes, sir. The first one, people, we are having advantages of digital payment. Should I? Yes, chartered. Please listen to me. Okay. Yes. Yes, Jay, it's correct that whenever we are making this kind of bitcoins to be transferred to people, only we knows to whom we had transferred. Nobody else will come to know, and thereby it is used as a extreme people for anti-social activities. Today, when we look towards the ISIS, Islamic States of Iraq and Syria, world's most dangerous terrorist group people, they are doing what? From where they are getting this all drugs, weapons, and everything done, people. Today, we look towards the situation of Afghanistan. What they are exactly? Purely Bitcoin, nothing else, people. Okay. Yes. Now, let's take the very simple one more example, people. There was a time, people, my family members has asked me, my cousin brother and sisters were there. They asked for a pani puri party. Okay. Yes, water balls. Now they want to eat something or street food. I said okay. So people, I went with them, and obviously I asked three, four shops were there for fast food. First shop I visited and asked them, sir, would you like to take a payment by Paytm? He's like, sir, I can't understand Paytm or anything, sir. I said, okay. We went to next store. In next shop, we went, obviously, all people eat completely. And whenever people, you are giving the party to someone, tremendously, they are doing the fasting from the last 3-4 days. Understood? On that day, they are taking your parties like awesome level. Listen, and especially boys are, yes, girls are so mature. They behave very nicely. But our boys is like, they are the members of All India Fasting Praja. Okay, listen to me. Now, what kind of differentiation happened, people? That time the bill was around 700 rupees. Okay, fast food bill was 700 rupees because 6-7 people's eating pizza and something and pani puri and all. Okay, different dishes they are ordering. 700 or 800 rupees, something happened. Now, believe me, people, the first shop, when I went over there, he was not accepting the payment digitally, but the second shop was ready to accept the payment digitally. Who enjoyed the competitive advantage over the other charter? The one who was accepting the payment digitally, chartered. Understood? And that is one of the best advantage of people gaining this e-commerce payment or online payment, that is competitive advantage to the business. The person who is accepting the payment digitally will always be ahead than the person who is not accepting the payment digitally, chartered. Even I would like to give you the one best example, people. When I was traveling, I had given this example also, people, to you in earlier. When I was traveling from Mumbai to Ahmedabad, people, in between my car got stuck and I was having 7,000-8,000 rupees cash with me, because when you are traveling, obviously you are keeping 7,000-8,000 rupees cash, debit card, credit card, you have enough. But people, exactly before the Baroda Express Highway to start, my car got some issues. To resolve that issues, 12,000 was needed. This person, mechanic, asked 12,000 rupees to be paid. I said, bro, I have a 7,000 rupees. 5,000, would you like to take it by Paytm? He said, bro, you pay me entirely by Paytm. It's okay for me. Now imagine, people, the person got the early morning 12,000 rupees directly in his bank account because of digital platform, and one had enjoyed that benefit because what? Sir, because the only one most important thing, competitive advantage over the business. Second one, people, it's environmentally friendly because we do not require to print the currency. People, Anurag Thakur has even already gave the people statement in the parliament that we had stopped printing 2,000 rupees currency, and that has been done, people, so long back. Probably we will not find it out, people, 2,000 currency after 3 years, people, because whatever the currency we are depositing in the bank, that bank has to redeposit with the RBI and to get it converted to 200 rupees currency or 500 rupees. Later on, 500 rupees will also be, people, lapsed from the market. When the big currencies are not available, high valued currencies are not available, people, it will give the biggest benefit of restricting the corruption, people. Agree? Yes, sir. People, drawbacks of digital payments. This is also important, people, because now what happened now, this question can be asked for 6 marks now. Earlier, people, that advantages was for 4 marks. Why? Because I gave the 4 points in your books also. But people, this will definitely now increases to 6 marks question. Okay, listen to me. Disputed transaction. Many times this thing happens, started. that somebody has used your debit card, credit card, and does the transaction, and when you ask to the bank is denying the claim. Example I want to give you, I was taking the lecture in Mumbai branch, Borivali branch, okay, and early morning 6:30 my lecture was there as per the planning. 6:30, 7 o'clock my lecture was there. Now suppose people, when you are entering into the classroom, you want to see every faces as smiling and happy, and on the gate only one girl was crying. I said, what happened? And she's like, sir, somebody does the transaction from my credit card worth rupees 30,000 last night. I said, okay, had you shared any debit card, sorry, PIN or OTP or something? No, sir, I did not. I said, okay, then file a complaint against the bank. Vulnerabilities of securities. She filed a complaint against the bank. Vulnerabilities of securities. Bank has forced her that you need to pay 30,000 rupees because this transaction has been done from your end only, so you are responsible. And she said very clearly that I'm not going to pay 30,000 rupees. I said, you just pay your credit card on time, bill on time, but only the amount of which you had utilized it, not the amount of fraudulent activity. So this kind of disputed transaction is one of the biggest issue, people. Many times this thing happens with us also, Chartered. When we are moving to the some, grocery store or some store where we purchase something which was very urgency for us, and we try to make a payment by Google Pay. Google Pay says, bank has received the payment. After 3 days, it will give the confirmation whether the payment has sent to the merchant or not. And merchant is now not allowing us to leave. And we don't have a cash with us. So embarrassing situation. Na? Agree, Chartered. Even when we have a tremendous bank account, we feel like a beggar. Sir, please allow me to go, sir. Online class, sir. 3 o'clock, sir. I need to go. Next one, Chartered. Increases the business cost. Now, people, how it increases the business cost? Because every time when this debit card and credit card get swiped, Chartered, for every swipe we need to pay the charges, people, and that is increasing the business cost, people. Try to understand that why government of India is ready to introduce AEPS on POS machine, that is Aadhaar enabled payment system on POS machines. POS machines, you know, people, where this debit card and credit card get swiped, that machine is called as POS. Sir, what is the full form of POS? It is called as Chartered point of sales. 100% Chartered. Yes, sir. Now, people, if this Aadhaar enabled payment system is introduced now, then suppose example, Chartered accountant Chaitra madam is there, and Chaitra madam wants to make a payment. What she needs to do? She needs to give her Aadhaar number to the businessman. Businessman will enter. Already linked bank accounts can be shown over there. She has purchased 8,000 rupees. She has done already 8,000 rupees shopping from DMart. 8,000 will be entered. She will be asked to give the thumb impression, thumb verified, payment from deducted from Chaitra madam's bank account, and will be credited over there. Finished. Within short span of time, the payments can be done, and that is possible, people, because of what, sir? Online. But the problem is only one, people, that whenever this type of transactions are done through debit card and credit card, we need to pay certain charges, people. Thereby, you had seen in many restaurants, many places, many shops, they clearly mentioned that if you are making, and if you wish to make a payment by using debit card or credit card, then definitely you have to pay 2% extra. I hope, Chartered, you are clear that why they are asking for 2% extra, people, now. Yes, sir. And last one, people, necessity for the internet connection would be one of the priority. So nowadays we need to make sure that this thing also. But I cannot say that this is very important, people. Why? Because if somebody is scanning the QR code and sending the payment to you, people, you will get the normal text message from your bank that your account is credited. But surely, people, many times the message does not reaches, and we need to believe directly in bank application only. So we need internet connections to be present over there. Understood, Chartered? Yes, sir. Example I want to give you, in Mumbai only, there is one best places available for the shoppings to be done. Indraprasth in Borivali, a very small location is there, and quite good shops are there. But they have the underground also, basement shopping centers is also there. Now in basement, people, obviously net it's not there. So they have to make the certain arrangements by which the internet connectivity could be provided over there, and the people would be able to do the transactions. So that is what one of the additional requirement. I hope, Chartered, this much is clear to you. You can please recall the advantages and disadvantages head point one more time. Till that time, I'll have a water. Should we continue, Chartered? Okay. Moving to the people last concept. Okay. This last concept is very, very, very important, people. Yes. Transaction failed on account of non-availability of internet connection is also regarded as one of the disadvantaged people. That is a disputed transaction. And this thing happens with the Institute of Chartered Accountant of India many times. Many students on the last day wake up, oh my God, today is the last date for the exam form to be filled up. When they make a payment, Institute says payment rejected. Now, the thing is that money has been deducted from your bank account and your form is not submitted. You tell to Institute, please allow me to give the exam. Institute says you not made the payment on date. We will not allow you. And you said money is deducted from my bank account. How can you don't allowing me? That's a technical chunks from your end. This is the technical chunks from your bank. Go and file the suit against your bank. Now, people, in this case, nobody is there to justify our actions. Understood, Chartered? Yes, sir. And that's a problem. That's called as disputed transactions. Understood, my dear Chartered? Yes, sir. Keep smiling here, people. Smile is something which is people free of cost. And the, people, world's biggest word is a smile, because between S and E, there is a mile. Understood, Chartered? Yes, sir. You need to understand this. It's something which demands a lot of attention to listen. Between S and E, there is a mile. And that's why it's known as world's biggest word, smile. Agree. This question was asked in IS exams, and the student who was answered was got selected also. Now, listen to me, people. Very important one. People, we had studied something concept called as cloud computing. Now, what is a cloud computing? Sir, cloud computing, it's a method or a technology by which the world level data can be accessed at any time, at anywhere by using internet. I gave the example of people Google Drive also, that if suppose I have one file in my laptop and I want to share with you, then obviously I would be able to share only with a few, not with all. Just take an example. I'll give the example also. Okay. Just wait for 1 minute, Chartered. Ding ding. So this started. I had just sent it the one file to you people. Okay. Yes, sir. It's moving, people. Wait for a while. Yes. Say this. Everyone got it? Yes, sir. At most maximum got it, and some will receive in a next 1 or 2 minutes. People, don't worry about it. Chartered. Relax. Okay. Yes. Now, people, this file when I shared it, obviously it's an amendment file. People, don't worry about it, and it will be people shared with the one and another also later on. Don't worry. Relax, yeah, please. Now, people, listen to me. When this file is shared, people, obviously only those who are attending this meeting, they got it. Correct, Chartered? But suppose if I upload this file on the people my Google Drive, if I create a link of it, and if I'll share this link, then if you send to 13-15 people this link, people, then obviously those people are also eligible to download it, because now data is available on the said drive, and that is called as what, people? Cloud computing technology. Those who had not learned the chapter number 4, please don't worry about it. This cloud computing technology, people, when I'm discussing, it's a 2-hour session only for the cloud computing to understand. So relaxed. Okay. Right now we are going to see what are the pertinent issues relating to cloud computing. What are the problems do we really face, people, when it comes to cloud computing? So answer is very simple, Chartered, very easy. Yes, the first and foremost one, people, is a threshold policy. Now, what is threshold policy? Chartered, if you are a citizen of India, do you think so? Obviously, certain laws which are applicable as a citizen of India requires to be followed by you, sir, obviously. And we will follow that also, people, in a very perfect way. But my question to all my dear chartered accountant is very simple. People, certain types of rules and regulation at least exist. What as a citizen we supposed to do, what as a government supposed to do, both the people's responsibilities and authorities are clearly defined in the law. But when it comes to cloud computing services, when I'm purchasing the cloud premises from GoDaddy.com or from Amazon Web Services, people, certain types of document, that is threshold policy, what service provider is supposed to do, what service receiver is supposed to do, it's not mentioned at all. The threshold policy does not exist. The only document, people, which we signed, which we had learned also, people, between the service provider and service receiver is what? Sir, service level agreement. Now the problem is that, Chartered, service level agreement does not exist. Now say for example, chartered accountant Afra madam is there. Now Afra madam is a service provider and Jigar sir, okay, is a service receiver. Now sister is providing the services to brother. But obviously when the sister is providing the services and she is chartered accountant, she would like to put all those clauses which is only and only to beneficial to herself and beneficial to her organizations only. Yes, yeah, no, Chartered. Yes, sir. So when this SLAs are prepared by service provider put only those things which matters to the organization. And here the client is missing certain things, people. Certain services are not mentioned. In future, if the client is asking for the services, then obviously certain additional cost client has to bear. Chartered. Understood, people? Yes, sir. See this. We'll read it in a very fast forward basis to understand this thing. The main objective of implementing this threshold policy is to inform the cloud computing services what they are supposed to do. Quite often, this policy does not exist. The only legal document between the customer and the service provider is SLA. This document contains all the agreement between the customer and the service provider. Okay. However, there is no standard format of SLA, people, and thereby the service not documented in SLA that the customer may be required in the future. A carefully drafted threshold policy outlines the cloud computing services customers and providers should do. It is important to consider how the cloud service provider handles the sudden increase or decrease in demand. Agree? Yes, sir. Second, people, is a interoperability. Now, interoperability is consist of how many words started? Sir, 3 words. Inter, between. Inter means what? Sir, between. Operate, sir, working. Ability means, sir, performance. Many times this thing happens, Chartered, that we do not have our entire services of cloud computing with a one cloud service provider. Understood, Chartered? Say, for example, I'll give you a very simple example, Chartered. Suppose you are purchasing the milk from the dairy. Okay. Today, when you visit to the dairy people said we are having only 1 liter milk is left with us. And at your premises, you require 2 liter milk. Then what you are supposed to do? Sir, for balance 1 liter, we are depend upon Amul. Yes, Chartered. Agree. Now, in this scenario, Chartered, what will happen? Sir, certain service we purchase from dairy and certain services we had purchased from other service provider. Same thing might be happened with the people cloud service receiver also. That is customer also. Customer wants to take a certain services from Amazon Web Services and certain services from GoDaddy. Now, both will do not cooperate with each other, Chartered. That's a disaster. We had already seen this, Chartered. Second most important thing, Chartered, you had seen many times when the institute or when the people, any organization says we are reintroducing our website, they change the entire outlay of the that website only completely. Why, people, it gets changed? Because if you are listing your website from Amazon Web Service, they have a different interface. That is a screen method of presenting the data. If you go with a GoDaddy, they have some different methods to present the data. If you visit to somebody else, people, they will also have some different methods to provide the data. So all are using the different methods and different screens, and that makes the people task little bit difficult. Understood, Chartered? Say this. And obviously, people, this cloud computing service is nice, just like the marriage. Understood? If you engage with a one, you cannot try even in your level best also to move to the someone else. Understood, Chartered? See this. Amazing one. If the company enters into the contract with a one cloud vendor, people, it may find it difficult to change to another competing vendor, people. Yes or no? Because everybody has their separate APIs, application programming interface, Chartered. That means the screen by which the data is presented. So everybody has created their own data sets and by which they are providing information. All are using different. Industry, listen to me, Chartered, please. Yes, industry cloud computing standard do not exist for the people API and format for importing and exporting the data. Standards are not there. Everybody is allowed to use their own method, and that creates what? Such tremendous mesh. Understood, Chartered? Yes, sir. The best example, people, you can take it the education system of India also. Na? State-wise, state boards and union territories following the CBSE board and kind of mesh it's created, Chartered. Yes, sir. But if you all people given with a one way of and one simple thing of education, basics at least will keep it same. That will help you, have the easy communication and easy data to be transferred. This creates a problem, people, in achieving the interoperability between the two cloud service vendors. Yes, yeah, no, Chartered? Yes, sir. Further, Chartered. All these things are there in your people, this amendment sheet also, and this question is there in your textbook also. After cloud computing, question number 32, 33 will be there probable, and you will find it out these questions to be there also. Okay, Chartered, don't worry about it. Once the company is logged with a one cloud vendor, people, it is not easy to move to the move an entire infrastructure to the another cloud vendor. Understood, Chartered? Yes, sir. Third one, people, unexpected behavior. This is my favorite one, Chartered. Should I give you the example, people, for this, please? Yes, obviously. Now, people, my mom is talking about like, Jigar, you should get married. I said, okay. So one of my auntie came and auntie is like, Jigar, you know, boys generally get changed after marriage. I said, what kind of changes you find it out in boys after getting married? They are not giving the proper treatment to their parents and they are taking their parents to the old age house and all. I said, yes, correct. But had you ever find it out how these things were changed or because of what these things changed? We were staying very happily before marriage. Then after marriage also I can stay happily. So where changes are needed? Unexpected behavior. Understood, Chartered? Now in this case, I took it to the example of here also, people. Many times this thing happens that certain applications which very well performed in your internal environment may not require to be performed best in the same way, people, over the cloud service providers platform also, Chartered. Many times we had seen, people, that certain application you are operating in your mobile and it works very fantastically, and your friend asked me, your friend asked you that, can you please send me this application? You're like, yeah bro, I have no issue. We send it to them and that application is not working in their phone fantastically. Problem exists. Yes, yeah, no, Chartered? Same way, certain application is working in my mobile, people, very fantastically, or in my internal server very fantastically. When I ask the cloud service provider to please upload this same, and over there it's not working. So obviously, Chartered, the first and foremost thing it's needed is what? Sir, we require the test services. In test services, Chartered, we would be able to, you know, handle it in a very perfect way, Chartered. See this. An application which performs well at the company's internal data center may not perform the same way in the cloud. Therefore, it is essential to test its performance in the cloud for unexpected behavior. Testing may include, Chartered, checking how the application allocates the resources and how it handles the sudden increase in demand or decrease in demand, people. Agree? Last but not the least, Chartered. Sorry. Very important. Security issue, Chartered. Understood? Yes, sir. 100%. Now we people very know that when we are using the axe to cut the trees, even that axe is supported with the part of trees wood only. Understood? In Hindi, we have a dialogue for this, people. I don't know how to say in English. I'm so sorry for it. But in Hindi, I will say for one word, please excuse me for this. कि पेड़ कटने का, if you those who can understand, पेड़ means a tree. पेड़ कटने का वो किस्सा ही ना होता. मतलब that kind of incident will not be happen कि वो जो tree था, that tree got cut. अगर कुल्हाड़ी के पीछे यानी कि एक्स के पीछे बैक साइड टू द एक्स अगर वो वुड का हिस्सा ना होता, so it is very easy, people, that always we remember that we are having the threats less from the outside world, but we are having more threats, people, from the inside world. That inside world means what, people? If suppose, people, management is not trustworthy to keep my data with them, how should I trust to the cloud service provider? If there is a malicious insider attack done by the people cloud service provider only, then sir, definitely this could create a tremendous more disaster, people, and even sometime failing the cloud services, people, will make disaster to my cloud computing resources. Do you agree with me, Chartered? Say yes, yeah, no? Sir, definitely yes. 100% yes. Agree, Chartered? Very important one, people. Try to understand, people, that maintaining the confidentiality is the utmost priority for a cloud computing. And obviously, people, the maintenance of this confidentiality can be done only when we have a best level of what, sir? Encryption. Because if the encryption is not there, Chartered, we will not be able to preserve this data. Do you agree with me, Chartered? Say yes, yeah, no? Yes, sir. Again, people, if I keep the data in an isolated form now, then it would be more safe rather than merging and managing with everyone. You know, people, our parents always says that if you are in a bad company, you will become bad. It means what? It is the other who affects us. But if I keep myself in the isolation, people, 110%, I would be feeling that yes, I am a safe. Yes, yeah, no, Chartered? Yes, sir. Now, what do you mean by the encryption? Encryption is converting the normal data, people, normal words into some coded language. And this coded language could be understood only with the proper decryption. That is when it is converted from coded to normal text. But when it is in the coded, nobody can understand it. That's for sure. Now, see this, Chartered. Computational resources, storage, and services between the multiple customer application in order to achieve the efficient utilization of resources while decreasing the cost. Obviously, we are doing what? All the people are merged together on the public cloud. It must ensure that there is a degree of isolation between this users. All these users are accessing the public data or public cloud. It's good, but we should make sure that people, that yes, certain level of isolation is there to my data. My data is not getting merged with others. Otherwise, someone's virus infected data will affect my data also. Agree, Chartered? Yes, sir. But I think so, people, at least as a student now, too much isolation has to be avoided. Because during when I was a student now, there was a one student in my class. Okay, I used to call her robot. Okay, basically because she used to talk in a same manner also. Okay, so I was absent because I was sick for a 2 days. Okay, and we had a 20 marks vivas for taxation. So I asked her to please give me your book, and her reaction was like, I will not give my book to anyone. My mama says you will replace, you will make it, people, you may misplaced it, and I need to prepare the new. I can't afford the time. I am doing my IPCC. It's like, hey, robot, please relax. I'll take it from somebody else. So much isolation makes you this kind of people. So avoid too much isolation also, and too much friendly zone. Otherwise, you will have more attempt. More number of friends can lead to more attempt. Understood, Chartered? Yes, sir. Now, legal issue. Once again, Chartered. Chartered, people, already India has done 2 strike on Pakistan. One was the people, obviously, normal strike. Second one was the air strike. Do you remember, people? Surgical strike and air strike. First, we did the surgical strike. At that time, Pakistan was completely sleeping. Early morning, they come to know, my God, Israel is a very good friend of India. Israel gifted the bombs to India, and India tested on us only. We did that. Agree, Chartered? Later on, what happened? There was a people, this strike. Which strike? Air strike. In air strike, people, they were very much ready on the border, and we are like, try to understand. We are having Anjani Jayo or Pavan Putra with us, and we are directly moving from the upward. We did the bomb blast over there, and we came back. The third one, people with whom we don't want to do the direct fight, because right now we are dependent on them for the certain material requirement, is China, people. So obviously, how to handle with China now? So in case of China, people, we did the digital strike over there. People, many of their applications we ban in India. Now you might be confused, sir, why we ban those applications in India? What kind of problem they used to create for us? Let me tell to you, people, Chartered. World's largest number of supercomputer is with China, and China government is working on a people. Obviously, their method of operation is completely different. Okay, yes, sir. Under this government, people, China, they had framed the rules that if any company is having their data center in China, listen to me very carefully. If any company is having their data center in China, then definitely that data center's entire data they need to share with the Chinese government. So suppose if the Amazon, Google, Facebook, or people, you can take the example of IBM, if this kind of organizations are having their data centers in China, and if they're collecting the worldwide consumers data, we need to share this data with China. That is, over there, local rules, regulations are there. Now, people, with this, they were people tracking the all Indians activities, our taste, habit, preferences, choices, likes, dislikes, everything they were tracking, people, and constantly and continuously they were creating the impact in our life. Thereby, we did digital strike, Charter. Now, the same thing is over here. When we are operating people data center, or when we are providing cloud computing services, several regulatory requirement, privacy and data security laws we need to follow. This rules, people, changes. Very means what? Sir, changes from people, country to country, as well as people. And we have no control physically on those data, because that data is not with us. Last but not the least, Chartered, very important one, that is a software development in cloud. We had seen the one concept, Chartered, if you do remember, called as platform as a service, PaaS. Remember? Yes, sir. It was a situation where the one can develop the software over the internet online, Chartered. Yes, no? Yes, sir. So if suppose I want to create my own software, I can visit to the androiddeveloper.com and I can get my Android application developed over there at free of cost. But Chartered, when I'm developing the application over there, again, chances of my data leakage always exist, because my data company can easily see. So if the company is having some malicious intention, then definitely whatever the hard work I did to develop that application, they will people take away that data and they will introduce one day before me, and definitely people, I'll face the tremendous losses. Say this, Chartered. Application developer who wish to host and deploy their applications through the cloud face the complexity of building the secured application that may be hosted in the cloud. The speed at which the application will change will affect both chartered SDLC system development lifecycle also, as well as chartered security aspects also, because every time cloud gets people updated, and every time application which we had developed on the cloud will also get what, sir, updated. Last but not the least, chartered, we had all seen the Google data center. Remember, chartered? Yes, sir. We all had seen the Google data center. The size of data center was like, sir, anything. And people, just imagine if at this location, okay, chartered, in Google data center, if some kind of things happen, like some bugs are received, people, some coding errors is received, to remove that coding error in such a large area, people, it's very, very, very difficult. And that's called as, people, bugs in large scale. Understood, my dear chartered accountant? Say yes or no. Yes, sir. So people, these are the major issues that we really need to take care before we are having the cloud computing services. Now, chartered, if you do remember, those whose chapter number 4 is done, I would discussing with them also, and those who's pending, people, just stay right now. I'll discuss the entire concept with you later on also. Now, people, if you do remember, okay, yes, amendments are only in this chapter, people, because in when this other amendments were introduced, that were already done in your class, people, along with the regular class only. So other chapters amendments, you do not require to worry, that were already covered. You can see, people, amendments notes are there with you. Later on, you can check it out. All these things were covered. Only chapter number 4s were left. Okay. Now, remember, we had, people, web 1.0. That was a common web page. Example like the Institute of Chartered Accountant of India. They had introduced the timetable, people. Yes, yeah, no? Yes, sir. They gave the option that you can make a comment over there. Suppose, people, if they gave the option over there after the timetable, at the bottom, comments are available from the student. Believe me, people, all India student will write it down such a comment now that institute, it's like next time onwards, I will ask you people to prepare the timetable. That many comments, people, completely stupid comments can be done by our students. Do you agree with me? Yes, sir. Second important aspect, chartered. We got, people, Facebook, we got, people, Instagram, we got, people, YouTube. That was recognized as web 2.0. Why, people? Sir, because you are posting something and someone is allowed to make a comment on it. You can see the people comment returned over there. Yes, yeah, no, chartered? Yes, sir. The best example, people, if I want to give you, okay, you can see the chartered accountant over here. Okay, just a minute, people. Enjoy. Before we are saying bye-bye, I want you people to please enjoy it. Okay, chartered? Yes, sir. Now, people, you can see your favorite song over here, people. Yes. Okay. Should I? Yes, please.
Yo, boys. Why they cola very deep?
Now, people, he's saying D. After that, there is a E, F, G, H, I that I said. Okay. Yes. Now, people, you can see the comment over here. Okay. Yes, sir. You can see the comments. Now, this kind of comments are nothing but it is what, people? Sir, here it's a web 2.0. The person has given the some content, and obviously others are allowed to make the comment on it. So it's a two-way communication, chartered. And when it is a only one-way communication is done, chartered, okay, it is called as what? Sir, web 1.0. We got, people, done with web 3.0 that was available with the data web technology, in which whatever your previous searches are there, that will be available, chartered. And with this, people, you will be able to do all your searches so easily. Like suppose last time you had searched about JK Shah classes timetable. So today when on Google page you type JK, it will give you the first suggestion as like JK Shah classes timetable. Why? Because all your previous searches are stored by data center, and whenever you want to ask any data, they are ready to provide. Further, people, we got introduced ourselves with web 4.0 that was supported with people artificial intelligence as well as data mining. Yes, sir. So that was the people machine learning and everything was supported. We had seen. Nowadays, people, if I ask the question to the this Google is ready to use artificial intelligence and to give me the exactly people answer whatever I am asking to them. Example, chartered, as I had introduced at that time also, I'm introducing one more time, people, over here. Okay. Date of birth of Rajnikant.
Rajnikant was born on the 12th of December 1950.
Fully cleared? Yes, sir. God of South Indian movies. Now, started, this is done. Yes, but people, believe me, Institute has recently seen any South Indian film, friction film, and based on which people introduce as Institute has written this concept that we are expecting by 2030 chartered something called as a Web 5.0 chartered. Believe me, people, when you read this content, you will be highly surprised. See this chartered. It will be highly complex future web generation, people, which will be present after the year of 2013, in which the things like brain implant are expected to be popular. So what will be done? A chip will be set in your brain, people. And when you say, I want right now to please play a song for me. And people, browser will be automatically start and it will ask, which song would you like to listen? Not only this, people, suppose if I am visiting to the chartered accountant Someshwar's office and Someshwar has asked me, sir, your IT return file is fees is 3,000 rupees. Me, it's like, do you have Google Pay? It's like, yes. I'll tell to my brain that Google Pay ID 7574535352. Pay 3,500 and pin. I decided and I tell to my brain will read that my chip which is implanted in my brain will read that content, will ask to the system and system will enter that pin without I entered it and the payments will be done, chartered. Sir, what you are talking about? Sir, chartered accountant needs to calculate cash also, sir. Sometimes we feel good when the cash is available with us. Chartered, sorry. It's a new world. See this, started. The brain implant will give the people the ability to communicate the internet through or thought like to think a question and open up a web page even without giving any physical command. Ayo. Any payments like payment, people, for the groceries will be paid for paid for with a microchip in the brain, people, controlling the payment app of the user. Agree, chartered? Yes, sir. So even people, if these things will be introduced now, suppose the income tax rate is there and before that I'll tell to my system, please delete this account. So those accounts were deleted before the income tax officers comes and verify those. Agree? Yes, sir. Many things people will go in a wrong way also. Many things will comes in the positive way also. And here, chartered, let me tell to you people, our chapter number 4, all amendments are properly and completely done, my dear chartered accountant. Taking your 2 minutes extra to just discuss the 3-4 important topics with you people. Those who are saying final bye-bye to me, because many people are there who are there only for the today's revision lectures. I'm going to miss all of them, people. Okay. And only 3-4 small things I would like to discuss with you, chartered. Before you entered in your examination hall, 3-4 things must be ensured. Number 1, all RTPs, revision test papers, and all previous questions must be at least go through once. Point number 1. Your first revision should be completing all the chapters, reading twice a time. Your second revision should be, people, in the method that you will read and you will start writing at least a few of questions from MTP, RTP, and question papers. And in third, people, it should be a quick revision, because before 1.5 days of your exam, people, please believe me, people, you are having 30 hours with you. From your last paper till the next paper, you are having at least a minimum 30 hours with you. I'm talking minimum 30 hours. You are having more than that. Agree? At least, people, before you entered in your examination hall to write EIS and SM paper, please solve at least one entire paper in 2 hours. Because anyways, 30 marks MCQs are there. So main theory of EIS and SM will remain of 70 marks only. So 70 marks paper, people, please write it down in 2 hours before you entered in the examination hall. That is very, very, very important, chartered. Third important instruction from Jigar sir, do not discuss the question paper once it is done. Gone forever. Understood, chartered? Yes, sir. 100% people. Yes. Number 4th and the last important thing, people. Okay. All RTPs, people. Okay. Now, all RTPs, revision test papers, people, has to be discussed very carefully. Agree, chartered? Last but not the least, once the exam is over, people, make sure that same question paper which is gone, you are not going to discuss those things. Instead of that, concentrate on the others. And last instruction I would like to give it to all my dear and valuable chartered accountants, that if suppose due to any reason XYZ, avoid X, because of YZ, okay, chartered? Yes, sir, we can create the joke here also, chartered. Okay. Yes, those who can understand, they can. If you can't understand, you can watch Ogu. Okay, concentrate. It is a free air channel. Now listen to me. Suppose, my dear chartered accountant, a very simple and small request to all of you people, that if your one paper is disturbed because of YZ or any other reason, people, okay, then please do not create the same impact for others. Like, I'd like to tell you one of the very simple example before I end up the session, people. One of my friend only got people very disturbed on the paper number 5, advanced accounting. He attended only 65 marks paper. When people, the Institute of Chartered Accountant of India, 65 papers marks only you attend, you feel that, okay, yes, I'm going to fail in this. And he called me immediately. It's like, bro, this is the situation. I said, forget about whatever happened. Work hard extraordinarily for the paper number 6, paper number 7, and paper number 8. He worked fantastically, people. You won't believe. In second group, in paper number 6, people, he secured 60 marks after attending of 65 marks paper, because he was damn sure about that marks. So I said, okay, if you take it that as a disturbance, that yes, I had attended only 65 marks paper, my group is gone, this and that, then definitely it will affect your audit, IISM, and other papers too, people. If your one paper it's not going good, it's okay. It's okay. Try to understand, people here. Many times during childhood, we had tried to play a small lotteries, that yes, I will be able to win this, yes, I will catch this, I will be able to do that. Sometimes we did not. So it's okay. That is the people. And from my end, people, whatever the things are there, I hope so, people, that you will work very fantastically. You will work hard for your people preparations now. And yes, chartered, rest all the things, people, from the timetable department will be known to you. Relaxed for a time, people. Now, my question to all of you people, those whose batch gets end, those whose chapter number 4s were left, people, they are saying bye bye to me. I am saying bye bye to them. I would like to wish them all the very best for their upcoming examinations, as well as, people, see you soon in CA final, people. Please work hard, work fantastically. Those whose portion is pending, those whose chapter is pending, obviously we are going to continue to have the class, people, tomorrow onwards. Don't worry about it. Then definitely. But whose portion is over and whose everything gets done, people, I would like to say, people, thank you, bye bye, take care, all the very best for your exams, people. Work fantastically, cleared your examination with a rank, and people, bye bye, take care. Chartered, please do not send a message, wait for a while. Done, chartered. Bye bye, thank you, take care, people.